I just went back and renamed the playlist for this Let's Play and every single video because I just figured out that it's not called Super Danganronpa Another, it's just called Danganronpa Another. The Super is reserved for Danganronpa Another 2. So that one I should call SDRA 2, but this is just DRA. So I don't know how confusing that's going to be. I presume that YouTube is pretty robust to title changes, although links should still work, all the end screens and everything. That's how I know YouTube. But hopefully, yes, hopefully it doesn't cause too much of a problem. But it went and renamed everything. That's why everything's renamed now. So I'm back on the Chapter 1 demo build. In fact, the reason why I was Googling stuff about this game again, which told me, oh wait, there's no super in the title for the first game, was because you would think that maybe eventually the person who created the Chapter 1 demo build would make like a Chapter 2 build or something. And, because there's still a need for that. There isn't a good English translation of Danganronpa Another Chapters 2 through 6, right? So I just wanted to check and see if that had been done yet. When I started this Let's Play, it hadn't, right? This was only Chapter 1 demo build had been built, and right now it's 2 years old now. So it's been 2 years since Chapter 1 demo build was released. I gotta check something here. You actually have some sizing issues with that's interesting. Okay, that's better. So, anyway, it's been 2 years, but no, nothing, as far as I know, no progress has been made on this. So the reason why I'm back on Chapter 1 demo build was I'm about to go into the investigation for Chapter 6 on the original Korean build. And we're not going to be able to read the free time events in any way that's effective or any way that's like I could do it in a reasonable amount of time on any build besides the original Korean build. Like if I tried the Zephyrin build, it would just, I can't extract the text out of it, and so it'd be a mess. So that's the build in which I want to go into the post game with, and then play free time events in the post game. That being said, in the Zephyrin build, Zephyrin made it sound like you could only do the free time events of characters for which you have either already done the free time events, what's the point of that, or bought their skill. Well, using coins. And then he gives you 2,000 coins for some reason, as if you could still buy skills, I don't know. Needless to say, it doesn't really help me because I can't read the free time events effectively on his build. So, whether or not he gave me a way to rebuy skills, even after I completed the whole game or not, to help me out, I like by moving the skill vendor or whatever he did, I'm not gonna be able to use his build. So, I'm gonna have to do it in the original Korean build because there I can extract the text. So I have to think about, but I have so many coins, right? In fact, I waste a lot of them buying gifts I don't need. So I can only buy so many skills. In fact, some of them are 75 coins and some of them are 50 coins. They're very expensive. So to decide which skills to buy, and the ones I don't buy, what I'll do is go back and load old save files that I've made at previous stages within the game, go back into the chapters, and do those free time events to the people who do not buy the skills of in those chapters. Now, I have to decide whether or not it makes sense I need to or need to not. Okay, I need to figure out whose skill I need to buy, right? Skills I need to buy, right? Now, I originally thought, okay, I'm not going to need to, I don't want to buy Maki's or whatever the Higa's. I know I'm mixing up first names and last names. Skills, because I can do their free time events in the original Chapter 1 build, the Chapter 1 demo build. The thing is, though, I can't be certain. You see, I had this underlying assumption that because those characters died in Chapter 1, and that some of the characters, including Kinji and Mikako, only have 3 conversations in their free time event chain. They're only 3 times. You only have to do 3 before you get their skill. That also Maki and Higa would also have only 3. Because Linuch wouldn't be so cruel as to make these characters where you wouldn't have enough time to get through all their free time events no matter what, because they die before you had enough slots. Now, Trigger Happy Havoc does that because with Junko, it's kind of odd. Now, of course, Divide Despair and V3 also do it, but they have like an anticipation of a post game, right? So they did it knowing there was going to be a post game. Anyway, I thought there was some correlation between how long the free time event chains are and how long that character survives in the story, and that characters that survive the minimum probably would have the minimum free time event chain length. So they have 3. The problem is that I don't know for absolute certainty. He could have made them longer. So I gotta go back into the demo build now, before I buy skills in the investigation in Chapter 6 on the original build, to figure out if there's a point of buying these characters free time events or not. So I have to go do it. I gotta go see how long their free time event chains are, and if I can get through get through the whole of them in Chapter 1, that would be great. And then I can do that. I get a nice English translation made by whoever made this Chapter 1 demo build. I should look it up so I can give them credit, and everything's cool. Now there are other characters that also you can get through all of their free time events in the demo build. One of them is Kinji, another is Mikako. And there are some characters I haven't talked to, or I haven't gotten far enough into their free time events to know how long they go, like perhaps Kinjo. I think that all of them except, I know Inori's goes way deeper. Not sure about the pilot man. Find my notes. Kobashikawa? Yeah, Haruhiko Kobashikawa, because I didn't ever go very good deep into his free time events. I think I just did the first one. His might be short. I think Satsuki's are probably pretty long. I think I got 3 into hers and it wasn't enough. So, very likely, Yamaguchi's are long. I got 3 into Tomori and it wasn't enough. So most likely Mikako, Kinji, and then there's a possibility Maki and Higa are the 4 that would only have 3. I don't know about Maki and Higa for certain, as I just said. But in this build, you could use it as an opportunity to read a nice, good translation of the first 3 free time events of everyone. So that's cool. I will say, though, that I didn't really have trouble understanding, even though it was in Korean, I was using Google Translate, Kinji's last free time event, where he does a baptism, which I did in the original build, nor did I have a hard time understanding the final free time event of Mikako, 2 free time events of Mikako either. So this isn't really a whole big a point to me going back and doing those again. But anyway, let's dive into this. That was kind of broken, but hopefully you can understand what I was trying to say. So, I think it's number 2 that I want to load. Yeah, this is, and then, let me check my inventory. Items. No, equipment. Presents. Okay, so I already drew all of the, possible, things you could draw. So I drew all my coins at this save number 2. It's possible that I might need to redraw or something because I don't have like stuff that these characters like, but I'll try with this and hope it works. So let's talk to Higa. I can't find a single clue or an escape route in sight. So annoying. How long do we have to do this? Yeah, spend time with him. Huh, another fan mesmerized by my superstardom. I'll allow you to stay in my vicinity for now. Consider it an honor. A tale about hanging out with Higa will be your ticket to popularity at parties. It's funny that whoever made this English translation decided to abbreviate Mitsuhiro as Mitch. Maybe something like that was happening in the original Korean build. I forget. Maybe it was. I only played Chapter 1 on this, and actually read it. And Higa only appears in Chapter 1, so I don't know how the Korean treats the abbreviation of Mitsuhiro as Mitch. Well, didn't you play the original build in Chapter 1 to... No, I just clicked through it. I just spacebar spammed my way through it. I didn't actually read any of it. I talked with Mitch as we had a light exercise together. It looks like I got closer to Mitch. Yes. Okay. So, first one I'm gonna try is the porn. I think this is the best gift for Haruhiko Kabashikawa. He probably likes this, but I presume it would probably also work on Higa. What is this, a tribute? Not bad, I'm grateful, but I don't expect anything in return. That's a relief, he seems to like it. Okay, so it worked. Yo, Yuki, you found anything yet? No, nothing at all. I have to read this. Excuse the language. Shit. I knew it, it's impossible. Even I haven't found anything despite busting my ass. Well, something is bound to come up as long as we keep looking. Damn it, how did I get involved with something stupid like this? The gym missing a field, let alone a soccer ball, makes things worse. I want to play soccer! Yeah, he's not an exact export of Leon, right? Leon apparently did not like baseball. Higa actually does like soccer. You like soccer a lot, huh? What the heck? Are you an idiot? Of course I do! Looks like Linuj is being kind of aware of what the reader is thinking here. Why do you think this school recruited me? Soccer is the greatest sport invented by humanity. All other sports are garbage. Absolute trash. What about arm wrestling? Isn't that a little radical? I miss those simple days of training every day and playing squash with teammates. A life without soccer is hell. Mitch had always been so rude and arrogant before. I just thought of him as a jock with an ego, but now I see he's actually unexpectedly dedicated and passionate about his craft. Just you wait. One day, I'm going to become a real Premier League player. Heh. And then, I'll earn even more money. Money? Aren't you playing soccer because you like it? Of course I like soccer, but regardless of what your passion is, isn't it going to end up as a hobby without money, ain't it? In that sense, I'm pretty lucky. I get to earn money by doing my favorite thing. Yuki, it's a shame you can't be as blessed as I am, but don't sweat it. We're in the same boat anyways, so don't be afraid to be under my debt, understood? Don't forget paying me back though, with the interest included. Despite his confidence and passion, I get tired with Mitch. A little whenever fame gets into his head. Oh well, I guess I should try to stomach it, since he's a famous guy and all. I was half forced to listen to Mitch stroking his ego afterwards. Then we went our own ways. Now, sentences are a little awkward, but all of them were all grammatically, as far as I could tell, grammatically technically correct. Okay, it's getting late. I should go back to my room. And now I gotta spam my way through this, plot. Which I might do it the first time, just to, demonstrate it. But I'm going to do a lot of pausing of the encoding later on in this recording. Oh, I have to go to the bed. Actually, I'll do it now. I'll pause the encoding until I get to another opportunity to do a free time event. That was kind of for naught because I immediately got an opportunity. Or like already in a free time event thing again. I forgot that to be chapter 1 of this game, like you haven't done this agreement to meet with each other for breakfast yet, and so you immediately get thrown into a free time event in the morning. Stream has all sorts of weird things. Okay. True, but what's also nice about this is because the field is so small, there isn't a whole lot, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to find the characters you're trying to talk to. You try to do this in like chapter 4, chapter 3, because chapter 4 it fixes itself by finding you again. Chapter 5 and chapter 3, it's much more of a pain in the butt trying to find the characters. With the exception of Inori in chapter 3, of course. Because she's always in the health room. Same opening dialogue, yes. Same dialogue. Same dialogue. Okay. Now, the sneakers have got to work, right? I didn't save my game, but I'm not going to lose too much. Sneakers. Oh, what are those? Are you giving it away? Thanks, man. This is really good stuff, ain't it? Wahaha. I owe you a good old proper fan service later. So we really liked that. Okay. So we like that better than the poor. Watching him so overjoyed makes me feel delighted as well. Hey Yuki, are you in some kind of relationship with Akane? We're not really like that. Why do you ask? You have no idea, don't you, Yuki? You have no idea. What bullshit? Why'd you get in my way when I tried to get with her? Then, you idiot! Yeah, I guess this has to happen, like, after that scene. Man, this guy's, like, a real piece of work. You idiot! Do you know how awkward it was after you broke the mood? What mood? I didn't really interfere. It was more of Akane being extremely uncomfortable about it. It was just a coincidence. I went by you too. Hey, alright, I'll accept your excuse for the time being. But if you do that again, you better prepare yourself. Got that, punk? Do you have a girlfriend, Mitch? Coach is always on my ass, telling me they'd be a distraction. He always bugs me about women weakening my legs during matches or something. Well, depends on how they go about it. A soccer prodigy like me losing his match because of something like a girlfriend? Can you imagine it? Yeah, you've always performed amazingly well, even when you weren't properly match fit, right? You betcha, my coach gets away too fussed about it. This seems like one of those fads. So awkward. This is very internet-y, that's for sure. You know what, though? I actually don't even need a girlfriend. A superstar like me has heaps of fans, you know? Are you saying you try your best thanks to your fan support? What? Nope. Right over your head, Yuki. What? Why would I think of something cringy like that? Look, a lot of my fans are girls, you know. Whenever I want, whenever I desire, a basic pickup line is all I need to get them crazy about me. I could just pick out the pretty ones from the countless number of girls at my disposal. I often eat lunch with them, but sometimes I get to meet them at nighttime. And with the finest chicks, I exchange numbers with them. So, do you really think I need a girlfriend? I'm already surrounded by pretty girls that'll do whatever I say. What? Basically, I just hook up. On the other hand, even since coming to the school, it's been real weird, you know? Usually girls go crazy when they see me, but the girls here don't do that. It's weird. because you saw a specific sampling. The vast majority of women are not like that. And to be honest, Akane is the hottest out of them all, but she got pissed off when I tried to hook up with her, me, a superstar. She ain't an easy one, that's for sure. Maybe she's one of those hard-to-get type of girls. Yeah, she's just pretending to play hard to get, but I know she digs me. Alright, I'm gonna attempt to seduce Akane one more time. Second time's the charm, for someone like me. Oh god. For some reason it's a lowercase god, but for some reason I find that less offensive when it's in vain. Why would you ever give a bastard like him a prodigious talent? Well, it might be because his prodigious talent turned him into a bastard. Actually, no, we're all born sinners. If he was born normal, he wouldn't have imagined uttering such arrogant thoughts, let alone speak them. It's like, absolute power corrupts absolutely. You know, I'm not sure about that. Perhaps positions that give absolute power, the people that are already corrupt are the people that try hardest to get them. Yeah, Yuki, you don't have a girlfriend, right? I can introduce you to someone later, so make sure to survive till then. Of course, you gotta help me out in the meantime. Seeing how he wants to introduce me to a girl, he's not the worst. On the other hand, not the worst. I know of someone who's worse. Her name is Tomori. On the other hand, his thoughts and actions are so idiotic. Mitch might be a hopeless guy after all. I assertively declined Mitch's offer and said goodbye. Okay. Third opportunity. Not Maki yet. Yamaguchi. Where is he? Kinjo. Health room. You have to go into classrooms. Or we could go into the restaurant. It's a good place to find people. Try the front entrance. There's Ray. Tomori. Now, where are you, Mitch? And it never fails to make me think of Mitchell Hooper. Fortunately, Mitchell Hooper does not have that kind of personality. He's not in the trash room, is he? Teruya's in the trash room. In the bathroom? No. Do you have to, like, open his door or something? Man, it was nice. It'd be nice if, they put the portraits up already. There's no portraits in Chapter 1. Oh yeah, it becomes plot relevant later that you can see her door right from down the... Her door is like parallel with the hall. Oh, okay. Where are you, Mr. Higa? Kelly Yamaguchi's in there. No one was in the laundry room. Oh, the gym! That's where I haven't looked yet. Same thing. Yes. Same thing. Yes. Okay, now here's the tricky part. Those are two presents I thought would work, right? The rest, I can't, this is not... This seems... like, not right. This maybe, no. Nailed on a tree to curse someone. Oof. No. Maybe because you were... We'll try the cross, and we'll see what happens. What is this, a tribute? Not bad, I'm grateful, but don't expect anything in return. Okay, so it works. He doesn't like it as much as the sneakers, but he likes it enough to get the event to trigger. Yuki, there's something I need to tell you about. Unless there's like this provision in this game where the event triggers no matter what in Chapter 1. That might be the case. I think Trigger Happy Havoc does something like that, or something. I might be wrong. Yuki, there's something I need to tell you about. What is it? Can you come to my room for a sec? Room? I'm not gonna do something weird, you punk. Anyway, don't be late. What's gonna happen? Free time event, that's what's gonna happen. So this is Mitch's room. So, what I was trying to say was... Yuki, let's get out of here. Are you trying to kill someone? It's not like that! Except it is. I want to play soccer outside right now, but the gym doesn't contain any resemblance of a soccer ball, nor is it made to play soccer at. There are plenty of soccer balls in your room, though. Yuki, they are all replicas. They won't even get off the floor. They're all, like, weighted. For real, though, since I can't figure out how to escape alone, I want to discuss it with someone I'm decently close with, which is you. Surely Monokuma doesn't know what we are saying in our dorms, right? Yes, he does. Mitch, we have cameras in our rooms as well. Now it all makes sense. Alright then. So I want to die no matter what I do at the moment. Well, I want to play soccer. An escape plan was going to be my calling card, but it's all for nothing now. Screw this. Let's just talk. Are you good at soccer, Yuki? Around the same as normal guys. But compared to a pro like you, I'm probably hopeless. Really? I'm going to train alone at the gym, so you gotta be a ball boy picking balls up for me, yeah? You can't dare to be in my presence with such worthless skills. Nah, I gotta turn down your offer. But what are you going to use in place of a soccer ball? A basketball. It works okay. Won't a basketball make your feet sore? Yuki, you punk. Who do you think I am? I am the greatest super high school level soccer player, Mitsuhiro Higa! I will never complain about a sore foot from a measly basketball. I can kick any type of round object. But not the things in your room, apparently. Wow, sorry. Did I touch a nerve there? It's like, Higa, have you met a certain fictional character named, Pohatu? Who can kick rocks? Way more accurately and further than you can kick a soccer ball. Quite overpowered, isn't it? Try to compete with them. Try kicking a rock. Won't other guys... any round object, you say? Any at all. What about an Atlas stone? Won't another guy... What about the Earth? I'm done. Won't other guys play soccer with me? I can play solo against all of you or something like that. They may be super high school talents in other fields, but I am the chosen one in soccer, am I not? So you want to play soccer with the others as well? Of course, it ain't fun alone. Money, woman, and fame. I have them all, thanks to soccer. In that sense, isn't soccer basically the point of my existence? I earned popularity through soccer. Oh, my awesome personality certainly helped too. To be honest, I may have a lot of things I'm good at besides soccer, but others always tell me I'm at my best self when I play soccer. Gotta mention that exciting feeling I get whenever I dribble past other players and score as well. So Yuki, my man, you should enjoy the fun of soccer as well. Other sports might be garbage, but soccer really is the greatest sport made by mankind. How about you have a trial with me for a start with a basketball? While he may be immature and careless, he's not such an unlikable guy, especially when he prides himself so much in his passion for soccer. Mitch might be cocky and arrogant ass on the outside, but inside I can feel that he truly accepts me as a friend. I feel a deep bond with Mitch. I don't. I can sense that we became close from the bottom of our heart. I repeatedly declined Mitch's offer and said farewell. Report card updated, and I completed his free time events, and we got the skill Endurance, which I'm not going to ever actually be able to use. It's getting late, I should go back to my room. Okay. We need to get to a time where I can move. Okay, so now I can go to my handbook. E-handbook. Go to report card. Mitsuhiro Higa, and read his stuff, right? Mitch takes great pride in his work and has a burning passion for soccer. He also has an equally strong passion for money, which seems more like a personality flaw. He has a lot of interest in women, including those in our class. I think Akane's been drawing his attention in particular. I hope he knows where the line is drawn. He promised to introduce me to a girl also. Mitch can be a bit cocky and inconsiderate, but no one can work more enthusiastically than him when it comes to his favorite sport, and when it comes to killing people. Though his use of language might not exactly give a good first impression, he's certainly not a bad person to be around, until he kills you. And that was it. Hopefully we got enough. That text is really low resolution, so hopefully I have high enough bitrate, and this is stationary enough, and YouTube's compression doesn't make the text unreadable. I'll see once the video gets published whether or not that is or uploaded, one or the other, whether or not that is the case. Hopefully it isn't the case because I kind of exaggerated the text a bit, didn't quote it word for word. Let's review, there it is again. There's the third page. Okay. And then, so that is it for Mitsuhiro Higa. We can't get through all three of his in the demo build. Cool. Let's in-game. Yes. Let's do load save number file number 2 again. And do Maki's. Yeah, Nori's definitely got more than 3, unfortunately. Anybody in the trash room? Okay, Maki's in the laundry room. Really, what is Monokuma? I never heard of a bear that talks and moves and pops up everywhere. Yes. Huh, you want to hang out with me? Nice, I was so bored. Let's talk. I spent time talking with Kyoka. Kyoka and I grew a little closer. Yes? Okay, what'd she like? Try first aid kit. Oh, what are those? Oh, what, Yuki, you're gonna give it to me? Yay, thank you for the present, Yuki. You're turning out to be a pretty good guy. Okay, so she likes it, but not, like, super. That's a relief. She seems to like it. I'm starting to get really antsy from being trapped here. Yuki, what's the first thing you want to do after getting out? Huh? I would just do things as usual. Going to school, chatting with friends, playing video games. Like Danganronpa, another Despair Academy. Aha! So you don't have any dreams? You've finally gotten out of this killing game and all you want to do is live your daily life? Does it sound weird? Your daily life in Danganronpa? No. Does it sound weird? Or then what do you want to do? Shoot things? Oh, I know. It must be shooting, right? Are you crazy? Why would I go shooting after all that hard work? What's that reaction? Aren't you the super high school level sniper? Weren't you scouted by Hope's Peak Academy because of your shooting skills? Huh, yes, I was. But does having that talent mean I have to like it? I'm a girl with lots of dreams. There's still loads of things I want to see and do. But the shooting? Forget the shooting already. Ready, aim, fire, and voila, it's an easy 10-point shot. Wow, but her skills are so good. If aspirant shooters around the world hear this, they would get mad at her for sure, wouldn't they? I never thought it was a big deal, and at the very next moment, everyone was calling me the super high school level sniper. I didn't care much at first, but after being invited to enter Hope's Peak, I rushed to accept the offer. Therefore, I'm going to travel around the world when I get out. What, where did you even come from? Where did that even come from? Sorry. The girl should have big dreams in her heart. I'll free myself from the rusty guns and wander all around the world. Interesting how, like, she gets killed long before the guns show up in the game. Stop, don't say anything more. You're tearing my fantasy apart. Huh? Why are you disappointed, Yuki? Did I say something wrong? How about a song to cheer you up? I'm pretty good at singing, you know. Somebody must have made a mistake when Kyoko was given her talents. She's clearly got the wrong one. Kyoko kept a nonchalant smile on her face while I said goodbye and parted ways with her. So she's the one who doesn't like her talent. She gets killed, ironically. Unlike, you know, Leon, who is the killer. It's getting late. I should go back to my room. Well, we knew she didn't like her talent so much from, that flashback scene in Chapter 6. But she did have that talent, that's for sure. Okay. Definitely a much more convenient structure than Blowback. You don't have to click through so many things. Partly why I haven't gotten through Blowback's free time events yet is because it's such a large spacing between events. The spacebar spam way through a lot of stuff getting through the free time events. But in this game, I'm already ready for another free time event. Okay, where's Maki? I actually found her. I just forgot where she was. Kawashikawa, you blend in with the background very well. But I saw you. Nope. There she is. Same dialogue. Yes. Now this is gonna get hard. Fountain pen, sneakers. Let's try the dress. I don't know, this might not work. This is a stretch. Okay, it worked. Yuki, have you been to the antique store? Yeah, with Akane. Why? To see if there's something fun. There's absolutely nothing to do in my room, you know? All I could find was a dumb notepad. She doesn't have fake guns or anything. All the other characters have things representing their super high school level talents in their rooms. Do you know if the antique store has things that suit my tastes better? Well, I don't go there very often. The clothes in the closet look exactly the same as what I'm wearing right now. Yes, that's, everyone has the same, multiple copies of the same outfit. The Danganronpa thing. Feast-free meme that. No cosmetics in the brand I use, no fashion magazines, there is nothing for a teenage girl. At least give me some pretty clothes to wear. Oh, we just did. Okay, so that's why that worked. Silly Monokuma, he does nothing for the students' convenience. Well, the food is tasty, but that's a separate matter. Kyoka, I think we'll have to deal with it while we're trapped here. Yuki, don't you think it's painful too? Aren't you dying to surf the net, play video games, enjoy that lewd magazine under your bed, and go to the amusement park with your friends? I don't have any of that stuff under my bed. But what about the other stuff? And I haven't been to an amusement park with my friends either. What? You've never Uchikoshi? Oh really, Yuki? Your friends must be really boring. You haven't lost your friends in an amusement park? Are you sure you had friends? By the way, if you wondered why I said that, that shows up in 3 of Uchikoshi's early games about going to amusement park with your friends happens a lot in his early works. It's repetitive, but anyway. Are you sure you had friends? Oh, he didn't. That's the thing. This isn't plot hints. She must have said it without any bad intent, yet, yep, not even a little tiny bit, because she did the exact same thing when we first met. Okay, we're going to an amusement park. You're going to amusement park with me after we get out. It's an order. An order? Of course, just imagine how fun it would be to go there with a friend. I've never been there with a boy, though. Would it be like a date? Oh my gosh, a date. Did I seriously just say that out loud? Yuki, please don't say you heard it. Did Kyoka never have a boyfriend? She emphasized not having been there with a boy. Now why is this a date all of a sudden? Kyoka is murmuring a bunch of random words, her face reddened. Anyway, you're going there with me after we escape. I hope you're not afraid of heights. Cause we're gonna ride them all. Roller coasters, log rides, the drop tower. Oh, and the shooting range. If you want anything, I'll win that prize for you. I don't love shooting, but my talent can still come in handy. Kyoka, don't you think you're a little too passionate about this? Am I? Maybe it's because I became super excited after thinking about getting out of here. Oh, is it time? I should check my laundry in the washing machine. I thought it already started to smell weird. Laundry? And about the amusement park. Don't, think of it as a date. See you later. Kyoka looked strangely embarrassed. It was a nice surprise, but was there a need for her to get all red and blushy? Was it because of the date thing? I don't think that's a reason to be that embarrassed. Also, how does laundry smell weird if you leave it in the washer or dryer too long? It gets burnt if you leave it in the dryer too long? Watching Kyoka going off in a hurry, I began to walk away. But you didn't have to, because she left first. Okay, that was decently fun. A lot better than reading Higa's awkward conversation. Where are you? There you are. It's like, that's another similarity between this game and V3. There's a girl with Maki in her name. No, it's just a name. Cause this is a Kane, it's just a name. In some games, a very famous name. In some series. Okay. Fountain pen, cross, Paula beads. Sneakers is probably the easiest. The most likely to work. Okay, yes, it worked. Maybe it's maybe it's chapter 1, being chapter 1. It's chapter 1 grace. These are all working. What's the matter, Kyoka? Yuki, if you have time, can I ask you for your advice? It's nothing super serious, but still. My advice on what? This isn't a good place to say that. I don't want anyone else to listen. Why don't you come to my room? Wait a minute. Did we get that close already? You know what I mean, can I just go into a girl's room like this? Got it? I'm not gonna kill you or anything, so come quick. She's so reckless. What should I go? Yes, because you gotta do the free time event. So, what's the problem? Well, she does have guns. Probably they're all fake, though. Her TV has a target on it. So if, this is only hypothetical, just so you know. Oh, they're gonna do the whole, what's her face? What's the swimmer's name? The swimmer from Trigger Happy Havoc. Where she wants him to roleplay. I forgot her name for some reason, even though it should be Owie. There we go. He's gonna do like Owie. If this is only hypothetical, just so you know, if we ever get to escape, then we'd have to live here. If we never get to escape, then we'd have to live here forever, right? Okay, never mind. This is not that. This is something else. Yeah, probably. We should hope it doesn't happen. That means I won't be able to learn how to play the guitar, work part-time in an aquarium, and feed the fish. So specific. Or study art in a studio, right? When did she say that she wanted to learn to play guitar, be an aquarium part-timer, or study art? She said it just now, Yuki. She's a big dreamer, that's for sure. And I will never date someone either. Yeah, I guess so. Unless you do that. Don't you find that to be unfair? We'll never get to fall in love until we get old and die here. I'm just a normal girl with lots of hopes and dreams, and this is way too much. Oh, I can't take this. I'm really indifferent about shooting, but I'd do it all day if that'll get me out. So what's the problem you need my advice on? What do you think will make the best boyfriend out of this group? Yes, we are doing this, okay. Right now, that's the biggest problem for me. If we're gonna stay trapped here for a long time, then we should at least get to enjoy some romance. Don't you agree, Yuki? But it's not like I'm really close with the boy, so I was just wondering if you have someone to recommend. Well, definitely not Higa. Let's get on the list here. We have Yuki, who would be he's just a normal guy just because, well, he erased his memories, but he's actually someone who is basically turned into a psychopath. Via nurture as opposed to nature. There we go. If the real him were to come back, he sort of doesn't care about you. In fact, doesn't care about anything. Haruhiko Kobashikawa. Well, he wouldn't necessarily be a bad lover, but he's also, you know, Higa. No, stay away from that guy. Yamaguchi. Sure. Kinjo. Not a very good lover. Otori. No, he's stupid, he's an idiot. Yuhara. Well, he wouldn't, so he's not really on the table. That's about it. What kind of problem is this? Why don't you think about escaping this place first? Well, Mitsuhiro is basically a narcissistic snob. You're correct. I can't think of Haruhiko as more than a friend. And he is. Tori's a bit cowardly and kinda childish. Kinji doesn't look like he's even into girls. Well, he is, but he probably has some vow to celibacy because he's a Roman Catholic priest. Tsurugi's too diligent. And that'll make me tired. Kakeru can't even talk with me, with his shyness. And Yuki, you're... And I'm... And Yuki, you're... You might be okay. What? Yuki, it's... The age of what was the word? The age of self-promotion? But Yuki, you're the, protagonist of the game, and so, well... You know... Anyway, showing yourself off. If I were you, I would have shouted, "I'm your match." But wouldn't that seem too pretentious? I don't want to be like those douchebags you see on TV. Really? But I like that modesty of yours. You know, if there's a contest for best boyfriend in this class, you would definitely get first place. Plus, we'll have to get married eventually if we stay here, so you might also become everyone's first choice husband. What are you talking about? Why me? You don't have anything weird going on. The rest of the boys either have a loose screw or have zero interest in this. So I'm first place because I don't stand out? I'm not sure whether I should be happy about this. It feels kind of strange though, like hearing a confession of love or something. I'm pretty sure Kyoka has no idea what she's talking about. Ahahaha. Wait, that was totally not a love proposal. It really wasn't. First choice husband? Oh my. What did I even say? Gosh, I really got to think before I speak. Yuki, please forget I said that. Or I just said that. But for real, you are the most tolerable out of the boys here. I don't know why. But when I spend time with you, I feel better. Like I can tell you everything about me. Anyway, thanks for listening to me. I think I feel much better now. I can't believe those gloomy thoughts brought me all the way to this conclusion. Fine. You're my best friend. Or soulmate. What was it? Although she can sometimes spit out nonsense, Kyoko is just an ordinary high school girl who was given an ultimate title, or super high school level title. I feel like I can face this despairing situation with dignity thanks to her trust in me. I wonder if she feels the same. I feel a deep bond with Kyoko. I can sense that we became close from the bottom of our heart. I said goodbye to a blushing Kyoko. You've earned the skill Precise Aim, which I will not use because, well, I can't. It's very useful though, but not required. Okay, let's spam through this. Okay, and look at the handbook report card. Kyoka Maki. Kyoka has exceptional skills in shooting, along with zero passion for it. She asserted that having a talent in something doesn't necessarily generate interest in it. To make up for her boredom, Kyoka made me promise that I'll go to an amusement park with her after we get out. It felt like I was promising to go on a date with her. I couldn't help but be embarrassed. Kyoka seems to be concerned about her future, and especially her love life. She said I would make the best boyfriend out of all of us. I'm not sure if she is joking or not, but I'd like to take that as a sign that she trusts me. Oh, that she trusts in me. And that's it. Cool. Let us into the game and load. Okay, so that was only like 55 minutes. So that wasn't that long. So let's Let's try to see if other characters that haven't done the free time events with maybe only have free time events to do. So let's try Hatano. Also known as Shadow the Hedgehog. She seems to be kind of hard to find, though. That might be problematic. Oh, there she is. Yuki, if you feel tired, I suggest running a few laps around the building. Here, no one will punish you for running in the halls. Yes. You want to stay with me? Alright, so you're challenging me to a race. I haven't seen opponents with such guts in a while. I raced to the halls with Ayame using all my strength. Ayame and I grew a little closer. Yes. Okay, well I know the sneakers will probably work. Let's try, this, though. Because, just in case I miss. Is this for me? Are you giving it to me? It's an impressive item. How did you acquire it? Regardless, much thanks, Yuki. I will put it to good use. What a relief. She seems to like it. Well, seems like another victory of mine. Wait, I need some rest. What now, Yuki? Are you exhausted already? That tells me your fitness is below average in our age group. I quit. I wasn't much of an athlete anyway. Is that so? Considering that, you are rather passionate. Although you may be far behind me for now, you will easily catch up with practice. No way. Do you think I can really run faster than the Super High School level sprinter? Yes, because you're a boy. I speak the truth. As an athlete myself, I can vouch for your talent. However, your stamina falls too short. Beyond more talent, a good athlete must develop cardio endurance and lung capacity through training. I'm fine. I never thought about becoming an athlete. Even so, if another opportunity arises, I hope you can be my running partner again. It's the first time I have run with this much enthusiasm and excitement since entering this school. Exercise should always be done together. Competition and friendship it bears. It's beautiful, isn't it? Damn, forget what I just said. What an embarrassing thing to say. I like it when you let your inner poet slip out. Don't be inane. I am well aware of my habit of sinking into my own pace during conversations. I already told you when we first met, but I think your habit is a unique part of you. It's not an embarrassing thing. Can't you be more proud of it? A part of me? I see. Perhaps I was overly self-conscious of it. I understand. I will slowly get used to it. On that note, Yuki, shall we run one more time? We have had sufficient rest, haven't we? Run again? No thanks. I already feel like I'm dying. I know she's all eager to do stuff, but she really needs to hold it back at certain times. I managed to barely escape Ayame's full-speed pursuit before parting with her. It's getting late. Okay. No, I have to sleep. I forgot about sleeping. Okay. There you are. Same thing. Okay, same thing again there. Another sweaty session. Don't you agree that exercising together is fantastic, Yuki? I like it, but can we rest for a second? Are you okay, Yuki? Your breathing pattern is extremely rough. Of course it's rough. We ran for more than 3 hours without a break. Why is she running around the school halls instead of using a treadmill? Such a hard girl to understand. Well, because we're in chapter 1, and the place where the treadmills were opened up, hasn't opened up yet. What? You know what I was trying to say. Although we ought to run more till the next break. Very well. You are looking terrible. We shall rest for a moment. Lie down, then repeatedly take a deep breath in and out. Do you want a cold drink? Actually, you probably should not lie down if you're winded. At least according to gym teachers in elementary school that I had. Maybe they were wrong, I don't know. You don't want to, like, suddenly stop, right? Just, like, dump yourself on the ground. Because that is a type of slamming your body into a wall. Right? You want to you want to warm down. No, it's fine. I'm all fine now. Yuki? Altitude. Ayame? There's no need to keep pace with me. What are you talking about? I understand very well. Haven't you become senselessly tired from trying to keep pace with me? I have been constantly reminded of this problem. That it's hard to keep pace with me. You don't know how to recognize the mood. You always speak about things out of context. You're just showing off to gain attention. These are all things I have heard in the past. Yuki, if you try to keep pace with me, you will end up wearing yourself down. Although exercising with you has been a great delight, it should not continue if it comes at your expense. That's ridiculous. Who would ever say that I'm trying to keep up with you? Yuki? Ayame, it's true that you're very energetic and pumping with enthusiasm. For some, that sort of personality might come off as overwhelming. But that can never be a reason to distance another person. You showing off? That's a joke. Yuki? Ayame, I'm not making myself exhausted only to appease you. It's because I want to. You want to? I know best from past experience the harsh pain you feel when you run out of breath with your legs shaking. Despite it, you still... It doesn't matter. If I can become a closer friend to you, this is absolutely nothing. See, I have already recovered. You? What a troublesome friend. I always strive to increase my exercise load every day. I trust you understand that. It won't get any easier tomorrow. Just as I wanted. Someday I will surpass you. Afterwards, I parted with Ayame following a brief chat together. Well, that was intense. I love you, but it's not your turn. There you are. Same thing. Sneakers got to work, right? Is this a present? May I accept it? This is an excellent present. I am enamored. I shall return the favor next time. Look forward to it. Yeah, so that's a better one. Watching her overjoyed makes me delighted as well. Yuki, I think your fitness is gradually improving. Really, I feel like I'm definitely running with more of a bounce, too. I'm glad. Is this the joy of being a trainer? I feel as if I am developing an athlete. Usually it is the other way around for me. Hey, Yame, I wanted to ask you something from last time. And that is? Well, I know that the school is warm inside, but don't you ever feel a bit chilly in that kind of outfit? Outfit, what is this you speak of? That, bloomer, as an example. Bloomer? Is it really an issue? I like the comfort of movement this outfit allows me to have. It's more like, how could I put this? Yuki, any chance that you're having lewd thoughts about my thighs? Nope, definitely not. What I'm trying to say is, since you're a girl, I was wondering if you were interested in pretty clothes, like most girls. A vast majority of pretty clothes are the airy types, right? Well, yeah, like Akane's. Not to criticize her or anything, but my personal belief is that clothes vary primarily in practicality. Ultimately, clothes were invented to maintain our body temperature. Akane's maid outfit probably helps her own work substantially. In contrast, I cannot achieve my main goal of life in running wearing those kind of clothes. But do you ever think of wanting to wear them? Typical girls in your age group have a lot of interest in looking after their appearance. Haha, they won't fit me anyways. Who would ever be attracted to a sweaty, rigidly spoken woman like me? That's wrong, you may not be aware of it yourself, but you're quite attractive enough. Especially your, no, don't say such weird things, you're only making the atmosphere stranger. And also I want to focus on running over being typical for now. I have a dream. Dream? It is to win a gold medal in the Olympics after growing up a bit more. Wow, a gold medal? You can do it, Ayame. You're already so fast. I wonder. It is a big world. I am sure there are athletes faster than me. This is why I don't stop training every day, to fulfill my dream. But your words give me confidence, Yuki. Perhaps a bit of competition is helping me out. Competition? Wait, me? An average student like me being the super high school level sprinter's competitor? That doesn't make sense. Yuki, don't you remember what I said last time? You do have talent. Day after day, you are getting faster than before. At this pace, I might be caught up sooner than later, haha. Surely not. Then let us conclude today's session. See you next time, Yuki. Watching the back of a merrily laughing Ayame, I too decided to move elsewhere. It's getting late, I should go back to my room. So she has more than 3. Okay, well, we managed to read her first 3, at least, in a relatively good translation, so... Cool. Like, forgive me, I'm gonna actually waste some time here, figuring out how this progresses, because I forgot, I remember there only being 3 slots, but I forgot how it concludes. Is the murder the next morning? Yeah, the body's found in the bathroom. Sakane? No, it's Kinjo. Oh, you can't go into the girls' bathroom, though, because it's the girls' bathroom. Yeah. The funny thing. Everything about her hits different in hindsight. Okay, so then you click through this conversation. Oh, Maki's still here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pause the encoding and look at the Let's Play footage. Okay, I went back and I watched the Let's Play footage, and yes, the murder is a few minutes away. It happens like the next morning after this. You actually haven't watched the motive videos yet, which is maybe make some of the free time events not make sense in context. But we can't really walk around here because we can't get to the. When you are in a conversation, you can't get up the menu, so I'm going to deal with that by just closing and restarting the game. Oh. Waiting. You have to hit Alt-Enter, that nonsense. Okay, full comes at full screen. Here. Here we are, okay. Load 2 again. So, yeah, we got to read the first 3 of Ayame, but she has more that we didn't get to read. Cool. Let's read some more, I guess. Some more characters while we're here in the demo build, because we have a translation, right? Even if we can only read the first 3, that's better than none. So, I believe Tomori has more than 3, but we're gonna get a better translation of her stuff, which is awkward because her stuff is really awkward. Is she down here? No? DRA. There she is. This whole investigation thing is honestly annoying. Can someone just find a clue for me? Yes. Hey, you're welcome. I was getting bored. Let's play. What do you want? Drinking tea, tag, something slightly more juicy? Hee. I'm gonna regret this. I drank tea with Kizuna while trying to keep her off. Kizuna and I grew a little closer. Yes. Okay. Let's try the dress. Yuki, is that a present? What is it? Is it something expensive? Wow, thank you so much, Yuki. I'll definitely use it well. Okay, so that's kind of a less like, but like. That's a relief. She seems to like it. Yuki! What are you doing? Are you gonna stick to me again? You're so sensitive to physical contact. Usually boys love this kind of thing. Anyway, there's something I want to ask. What is it? How wealthy is your family, You? Well, we're not in poverty, but not that rich either, so I guess kind of in the middle. Ah, right. Why are you asking this? Oh, nothing special. I was just curious. By the way, you became the super high school level lucky student thanks to your luck, didn't you? Yes. Darn it, he's so mediocre. put the video on a quarter speed and pause it. Huh, what did you say? I couldn't hear you very well. No, it's nothing. Anyway, Yuki, I'm so nervous. I'm so scared of Monokuma. Would you hug me to calm me down? No thanks. I can understand your feelings, but here. Let me pat your head instead. Now don't be shy, you... Why does Kazuna like to be so physically close to others? Aside from that, I think I heard her say something weird. I have a bad feeling about this. Okay. Okay. I know where to find her for the remaining two. Oh. This is where she just gives you a thing and that's it, right? Try this. Okay, so that's a kinda like. You really know how to make conversations fun. Really, that's good to hear. In reality, she's been leading this chat all along, while I only said a few words in response. I don't know if that can count as a conversation. Don't you think we've become closer? Have we? I'm not sure. You know, if we get out of here safely, why don't we become a couple? What'd you just say? Let's date after we escape. Wait, Kazuna, I know we're definitely good friends, but I don't think we're close enough to become a couple. So, I like you. Isn't that enough? Well, I mean, I can't understand why you'd like an ordinary guy like me. Do you need a reason to like someone? I like you just because. Kazuna, you're not asking other boys out like this, are you? Oh, what do you mean? Come on, you may have not noticed. But pretty much anyone knows that you're flirting with every guy you meet. So, isn't it just a sign of friendship? But you're different, you're special to me. You think of everyone as a friend, Kazuna? Of course, you're the one who I want to have a relationship with. Everyone else is just a friend. Then how come you're not interacting with other girls? Other girls? You know, Yuki, there's a lot of dimensions to what you think of as friendship between girls. Unless we speak the same language, we don't team up together and usually end up being enemies. But aren't you just ignoring the other girls like Akane, even though they're trying to be friendly? Yeah, but, Kazuna, I'm very grateful for your attitude towards me, but I don't want you to be the favored one. Why don't you try to get close with other girls too, and not just guys? Great. What? Okay. I have to read this, so I'll read it. Are you asexual? Or gay? What's the matter? A pretty girl like me acts charming to you, and you start saying all that gibberish. If it were any other guy, he would have been begging me to date him by now. And you're back-talking? Are you uncomfortable with me? No, I'm not uncomfortable with you, but... Really? If that's the case, then you like me. Ah, that's lovely, Let's date after we're out. There's a purse I really want to have, and if you buy me that as a present, I'll love you even more. Wait, what are you? You promised it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be off to grab some food from the kitchen since I'm starving. See you later. With that, Kizuna left off on her own. I was a bit uncomfortable around her from the beginning, but I didn't expect her to be this much. She's awfully obsessed with me. No, it's more like she's obsessed with my wallet. and what it could get her. Does she know I'm broke? Thinking about her potential motives, I turned and walked away. So I guess last time I did try to do the second free time event with Kizuna, which was on the Zephyrum build, I gave her some special gift, and it caused her to give me this thing, right? But it didn't actually give me the actual event with the conversation. So I never actually read that. Interesting. And she actually does go to the kitchen, turns out. Okay, this is the awkward one. This whole investigation thing is honestly so annoying. Can someone just find a clue? Oh, same stuff, yep. Let's try the sneakers. Yeah, that kind of worked, okay. I'm so glad you came here to talk with me again. Kizuna, you know, there's something I'd like to talk about. What is it, a love confession at last? Please stop doing that. What do you mean, stop what? You know, trying to touch me and act charming. Oh, you're being shy, aren't you? It's okay. No, that's wrong. These aren't your true colors. You're just gold digging from me, aren't you? I've been watching you for a while, Kizuna. You've been actively approaching other guys, especially the richer ones like Tsurugi and Teruya. You've said the same thing to all of us, and you're saying that I'm the only special one? You're just treating me like a fool. Yeah, so what? Huh? You should really know your position. All you have to do is just act like an idiot guy and get horny every time I flirt with you. Just have a big crush on me. I'll make you happy. Besides, I'm pretty cute, don't you think? So just be a good boy. Do what I say. What? Doing whatever I'm told? That's just like servitude. Exactly. All men are my servants. She's not even trying to hide it anymore. This girl's out of her mind. Her way of thinking is more twisted than I thought. Yuki, you can't do this to me. I mean, I'm stuck here for now, but my faithful bodyguards are waiting for me outside. Several of them were members of school gangs. They're really strong, and they'll carry clubs with them too. But most importantly, I'm their queen. So if you keep nagging me, these big guys won't leave you alone. What the? So you just use violence to get rid of people you don't like? Using violence to get rid of people? Oh please. My bodyguards worship me, but since they aren't really smart, they tend to make moves of their own at my every complaint. Every time I'm in a bad mood, they always figure out the cause and solve it for me. It's not my fault, you know? They're doing it on their own. Also, they send me presents every week and lend me money every time I need it. Really convenient, isn't it? They're really loyal to you, so what do you do for them? Nothing. For real? They told me that being able to admire my breathtaking beauty is rewarding enough. Don't you have a heart? They love you sincerely no matter what you think about them. I know. I felt sorry for them, so I let them sleep with my cheerleader peers to compensate. Wait, what? I wanted to give them something in return, but wouldn't it be a waste to use my precious body for that? I think Google Translate did a better job with this, actually. She said, like, pure body. So I picked out some pretty ones to show them. What about them? Do they do it voluntarily? What are you talking about? Who cares about that sort of crap? My bodyguards are high up in the power pyramid. Those girls actually benefited from being called to their inner circle. Kizuna, you're terrible. What'd you say? You're so selfish. You think you have everything because you're pretty, don't you? Have you ever put others before yourself? Like your bodyguards would do anything for you? Or the girls who had to sleep with them as a reward? And what about the other students locked in the school? I'm not sure how much you value relationships, but someday you'll pay the price. At least if you keep looking down on others. I'm not looking down on others. Are you sure about that? Have I done something wrong? I've done nothing. I've just been living an ordinary life and gained this position. Isn't this just how relationships work? Top and bottom, the ruler and the ruled. Isn't that how society is split up? Am I wrong? Am I the weird one? Despite living a life full of pretense and lies, Kizuna sounded sincere at that very moment. From the beginning, she had known only one kind of relationship. Did something happen to her? I'm leaving. I'm not in a good mood. I decided to move on. It's getting late. I should go back to my room. So we got the second one. Whatever. Okay, come on, spam. Okay, got through that awkward character. It's time for some less awkward characters. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Yes. So, you already read these guys' first two. That's true. So, I will save that for... No, I'll read them again. I had a silent conversation about religion with Kinji. Kinji and I grew a little closer. Silent conversation is kind of an oxymoron, but I'll continue. First aid kit. Is this for me? Thank you, it makes for a fantastic present. Thank you again for continuing to be kind and thoughtful. So he kinda likes it. Yeah, I've already read this, but I'll read it again just cause. With our difference in faith in mind, I must thank you for allowing me the time to conclude my sermon. Now, I believe you had some kind of important business? No, not really. I guess I just wanted to have a friendly talk with you. Oh, a classmate. I am grateful for your enthusiasm, but I would rather not waste time with frivolous activities. To state my genuine thought, I would prefer that you use this time for the investigation, and not something of less importance. It is an absolute priority for us to escape this place, is it not? Escaping here is important, but I don't think that makes hanging out with someone meaningless. Even if we're stuck here, we're still classmates. With the power of friendship, we have nothing to fear. Yes, I feel the confidence in your reply. Indeed, that may be the solution to the present situation. However, no answer is always correct. The right answer can be anything you believe to be true. What do you mean by that? I have never concerned myself with my relationships with others or my day-to-day life. Therefore, I cannot side with your thoughts completely. Moreover, a personal attachment to someone might jeopardize my devotion to faith. For me, that is a serious problem. I see, he is a super high school level priest, after all. But Kinji is too strict. He might seem like a man of few words, but he's actually quite chatty. Couldn't there be a way for us to get closer? Is there anything else you wish to tell me? Well, what about you? What's your story, Kinji? My own story? I doubt it would be entertaining. It's alright, I just want to know more about you. Then let us do it later, when we have time. I have not had this kind of conversation before, so I must sort out the words in my head. Is that really necessary? You don't have to prepare for anything. Come on, we're friends. No, allow me some time. Worry not, I never lie. I made a promise, I'll keep my word. Let us talk again when the time is right. I want to hear it now, but I guess I don't have any other choice. He said he would keep the promise, so I'll let him take his time. Meanwhile, I felt like I became a bit closer to Kinji today. I parted with Kinji, quietly saying goodbye. Yes, I already read that, but I'm trying to be thorough here, so... Okay. forgot what Kinji is in the second one. Which is silly because I've done his second one. There he is. Let's try the sneakers. Yuki, do you have time? Yeah, I'm pretty much free. Good, then let us have a talk. Is there something wrong? I promised last time I would tell you my personal story. You mentioned something about the power of friendship, so I told you to give me some time. Alright, we did. I thought you forgot. You need not worry, I do not easily forget things. Then, where should I begin? Kinji tends to start everything with formality like this. It's somewhat awkward, but he remembered and tried to keep the promise with me. I can feel how sincere he is. Right, I shall tell you about the time I became a priest. Oh, I'd like to hear that. I mean, how you became the super high school level priest. Around the time I graduated from my seminary and began serving the church as a deacon. I was in Italy. By then I had already spent a considerable portion of my life in Italy. That concludes my childhood as well. Then, are you Italian? Or half Italian? Not quite. I was born Japanese, but adopted by my Italian father. I knew something about him felt a bit foreign, but I never would have guessed this. Yuhara is my birth mother's surname. My father was a well-respected bishop in his younger years. Although he chose to live a secular life later on, his reputation from his former office was fundamental to my entering the priesthood. Even before I came of age, I graduated from a seminary to become the youngest priest in my class. When I reached middle school age, I was baptized by my father and immigrated to Japan by myself to preach in a church in Tokyo. By yourself? Then your father is still in Italy? I talk to him on the phone sometimes, but I have not seen him face to face for more than 3 years. Are you okay with that? I already miss my parents after being stuck in this place for a few days, and you don't even know what their names are, but we haven't got there yet. As long as he is alive, I can see him anytime. Even if he is on the other side of the world, as long as he is alive. However long it may take, I will be able to meet anyone, as long as that person is alive. That's right, I can meet them as long as they are alive. My parents and friends, I'll be able to meet them. After I arrived in Japan, I dedicated my time to preaching. God is fair and just to everyone. Criminals, yakuza, even drug addicts. He has the power to save anyone who has fallen to evil. But aren't those people dangerous? They are not dangerous. They too are human, no different from us. The real danger would be in the act of locking them up in our prejudice. So, this is... Yeah, Lineage doesn't really understand what a Catholic priest would actually think, which is a bit unfortunate, but anyway. The real danger would be the act of locking them up in our prejudice. After all, people can change. One of the pastors from our church once damaged his own life with alcohol and smoking. Now he works daily to preach the gospel to people like him. Wow, that's incredible, Kinji. Your words saved that person. The honor is not mine. All I did was show him a new path. Did I not tell you during the introduction, I do not force my faith onto others. It is a path they chose by themselves. Follow the path you believe is right. That is my idea of propagation and a personal motto of mine. Interesting. When I'm talking with Kinji, it really feels like my heart is being purified and relaxed. I can see how he was able to become a super high school level priest. But still, it's amazing, Kinji. I believe presenting them with the path is the way of expressing your faith. Is it? There is a saying my father told me once. Your words can change the world. Since the day I heard it, I have always pursued that idea. One day I hope to change the world. With my words. I wonder if he's really the same age as me. Even though Kinji's eyes met mine, I could see how he was looking beyond to the ideal he hasn't reached yet. So much time has passed, my story had held little value as entertainment. I hope the tedium was not too bothersome. Not at all, I already feel like a new person just by talking with you. If you don't mind, can we talk more about religion next time? If you are okay with conversations like this, I will gladly do so. For now, though, farewell. Kinji. He truly is amazing. His dream might not be impossible. If we manage to get out of this place, someday he might really change the world, was his words. I parted with Kinji after a quick goodbye. I just realized I forgot to look through the cards for Hatano, and like the card, I didn't get all the cards, but the cards I got so far for Hatano and Tamori, I could have looked at those in cards, and I didn't. And I wiped out that opportunity by wiping out that save file. So, oops. I really goofed that up. Sorry. Okay. An object with profound religious meaning. As a pious believer, I would like to have it. Certainly, would you be fine with giving it to me? I see. It was supposed to be a gift from the very start. With all sincerity, I want to offer my thanks for your generosity. May the Lord's blessing be with you. Watching him so overjoyed makes me feel delighted as well. So this one, I ran through Google Translate. So I read it through Google Translate, but I didn't actually read it with the translation with whoever made the Chapter 1 demo builds translation. Yuki, do you have a minute? What's up, Kinji? I want to talk to you, somewhere quiet. To me? Where should I? Oh, I know a good place. Let us go to my room. Huh? Your room? Why are you startled? If you dislike my suggestion, your room should be fine as well. It was nothing. We can go to your room. I'm kind of curious about what your room looks like, too. Excellent. I shall open the door when you come. See you later. Invited people to his room on the spot. That's not what Kinji would normally do. But still, he'll be waiting, so I should go, right? Welcome. This place will provide us the environment to have a quick talk. Yeah, what were you going to do? Yuki, you have had an abundant number of conversations. We have had an abundant number of conversations since being imprisoned in this place. Yes, we did. In our relationship already, good to be called a friendship. Is our... Oh, of course, we're friends. Actually, I've considered you a friend since the introduction. Yuki, I shall be frank. I did not call you to my room for another talk. Rather, I want to offer you a baptism. Baptism? Well, I've heard of it before, but what exactly is it? The answer to that question would depend on which denomination of Christianity you are asking. According to Catholic teachings, however, baptism is the rite of sprinkling, or immersion, in water, as a means of purification from one's original sin and acquisition of salvation. I'll take your word for it, Linuch. They also do it as, like, showing you are a citizen of a nation with its government is linked to a church of a certain church. So if you're like in a Catholic country, they baptize you as an infant to show you are a citizen of a Catholic country. Baptize you as a Catholic politically. They used it politically. Regardless of such definitions, I would like to baptize you to symbolize my formal acceptance of you as a friend. That is why I invited you. Formal acceptance as a friend, friendship is nothing like a certificate. If you want to accept me as a friend, just think that I'm your friend. I don't understand it by heart yet. I will not be content if I do not do this. Yuki, please allow me to do so. Considering Kinji's somewhat inflexible nature, refusing this might negatively affect our relations. But this must mean Kinji wants to trust me, so I'll gladly accept it. Alright, Kinji. How does this work? A formal baptism requires multiple steps. However, I believe there has been no precedent of a baptism of friendship. Thus, we shall proceed with the informal procedure. It might be a little uncomfortable, but I'm going to sprinkle some holy water on your head. Please stay still while I do so. Yeah, I can do that. Wait, this school had holy water? No, this is tap water. It is alright. This setting does not require such formality. What really matters is the spiritual value, not the material one. He's kind of beating around the bush. Wasn't he the super high school level priest? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. In the name of the Holy Cross, I, Kinji Uehara, solemnly swear to be bound by an everlasting friendship with Yuki Maeda. Under the grace of the generous Lord, Amen. A lot of God's name in vain going on there, but oh well, it's not me, I'm just reading it. As I closed my eyes and listened to Kinji's touching voice, I felt a slightly wet sensation running across my head. The water traveled along my hair and wet my shoulders, but I didn't really mind. Everlasting? What? That is what he definitely said. Right, Kinji has accepted my existence deeply into his heart. Sorry for wetting your clothes, I am not quite a flexible person. No, I know I said just considering me your friend was enough, but I felt like the added formality strengthened the bond even more. I'm glad to hear that, although this is a tad embarrassing to say, I am truly grateful. My first friend. First friend? As I mentioned before, I chose to undergo training to become a priest at a fairly young age. While I was not satisfied with my decision, I had to grow up surrounded by adults or the elderly, straying far from the average life of my peers. I believe that has shaped my personality to be somewhat less sociable, and I had no plans to engage in socializing at Hope's Peak either. However, Yuki, you are different from other classmates in some way. I felt like I could be friends with you. Kinji? Thank you, Yuki. Lastly, please brace yourself, as this might not sound like me at all. I hope that our friendship will last for all eternity. Same here. When I met him first, he seemed like a stony person who would be hard to approach. But he wasn't. He was just bearing the solitude that was the same as the rest of us deep down. Right now, I can feel Kinji's trust more than anyone else. Despite the despairing situation we were in, I was able to feel the full strength of our bond, a sensation that I've never had before coming to this school. I feel a deep bond with Kinji. I can sense that we became close from the bottom of our heart. After saying our goodbyes, I left Kinji's room. And he only has 3. Okay. So now I read that on the Chapter 1 build. Okay. And though I forgot to read Tomori's and Hatano's, I will read the, I will read Kinji's again. Actually, one of these crashes the game. Okay, we'll see which one. He has a very reserved personality and believes in wasting no time at all. While courteous to others, he likes to keep his distance due to his preference for solitude. Could there be a way for me to get closer to him? Kinji's father was a former bishop in Italy. Thanks to his father's reputation, Kinji was able to become a priest at a young age. At middle school age, he moved to Japan all by himself to preach his faith. He said his ultimate dream is to change the world with his words. Having gone through arduous training since childhood, Kinji had little time to make friends with peers. He offered to baptize me as a sign of friendship. Knowing his sincerity and care for others, I am certain Kinji will one day emerge successfully and meet new friends. Okay. I have not prepared... I didn't even think I would go and do this in this recording. I thought I would just do Higa and Maki's free time events. So I wasn't really prepared to talk about this, and I probably should have researched this better before talking about it. But this is like my best shot at this. Baptism, so is something that was invented by the post-exilic Jews as a ritual they would perform on Gentiles who wanted to convert to Christianity. And Judaism. And it was just basically a sign of you repenting from your hedonistic, whatever you want to call it, your ways of being a Gentile, and turning from that, whatever it was, to serve Yahweh. Then came a certain man whose name was John. Somewhat after AD 0, there came about a man who was quite well known in the first century Jewish community, named, we call John the Baptizer. And he would preach that basically the kingdom of heaven is at hand, right? And you all, the Jews, need to repent and turn away from your Jewish ways to turn to the one who is to come that will bring about the kingdom of God. And so it's kind of odd because there's a bunch of Jews being baptized where ordinarily the only Gentiles would be baptized. And basically what they were trying to say by doing this was that the Second Temple Jewish religious system, there was something wrong with it. It wasn't sufficient for, I don't know if they necessarily understood what is sufficient for, but it wasn't sufficient for something that John the Baptizer was heralding was to come, and that they needed to repent from the Second Temple Jewish religious system. To get ready for whatever John the Baptizer said was going to come. And then Jesus of Nazareth came along, and John said, this here, Jesus of Nazareth, is the person I said was going to come, who would bring about the kingdom. And then Jesus and his disciples started baptizing people. And Jesus went around preaching, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. You all need to repent. Eventually Jesus stopped doing baptism and his ministry turned to something different. That's just how it started. So that's what it originally was supposed to be. Then Jesus did his earthly ministry, and he died, and he rose again. He told his disciples, go and make new disciples, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to do everything that I command you, and truly I will be with you all, always, even to the end of the age. Right? Everyone has to memorize that. You could take two interpretations of that. One is, Jesus used baptism symbolically, right? The baptism of John is the baptism of water. John's baptism is a baptism of water. What I bring you to you is a baptism of the Holy Spirit. Nevertheless, the early Christians and the early disciples of Jesus, when they would bring about converts to Christianity, they would baptize them in a similar way to how John the Baptizer would do, and the Sino-Phoenician jailer. And it was basically a public declaration. It was basically a confession of your acceptance that Jesus was the Messiah. And it was your external demonstration of your profession of that faith. Over time, the Roman Catholic Church came along, and then it got corrupt, and all kinds of weird stuff happened. But what I will tell you baptism is just a way to do to make a public profession of faith. That's all it is. And that faith would be that Jesus of Nazareth is the Jewish Messiah that was prophesied by the Old Testament prophets, and will do as he said he would do eventually in the Olivet Discourse, and he will come and establish his kingdom. So, as you're repenting from whatever your old way was, to instead behave in such a way as with the intention of taking part in Jesus' kingdom. So, now let's do other free time events. I digress. Oops.
Danganronpa.
So, Inori. She tends to be in the hallway, right? Arguel translated 3 of hers already. I'm just repeating this on this build. Greetings, Mr. Maeda. Is your investigation going well? Spend time with her. With me? Sure, it's important to take occasional breaks. Should we rest for a while? Kanata and I had discussions over scholarly topics. Most of it was hard to understand. Kanata and I grew a little closer. Oops, not head. Try this. Wow, present, it's been a while since I have been on the receiving end of a present. Thank you for your kindness. I will gladly accept it. That one kind of worked. Mr. Maeda, may I ask if you're having chest pain or a dull ache anywhere else in your body? No, I think I'm fine. That's a relief to hear. Physical health is often affected negatively when mental health and emotional factors are at risk. In a closed and restricted environment like this, it is harder to stay healthy. It's harder to stay healthy than usual. Please be careful, Mr. Maeda. Oh, are you concerned for me? Thanks, you really are a doctor at heart. No problem, it is my duty as a physician. I want nothing more than to keep everyone else here healthy. I know she's a doctor, but caring for the health of people you hardly know about? That's admirable. That's what doctors do, though. Nowadays, some doctors are so absorbed in making profit that they neglect their duty. But just in case, Mr. Maeda, let me tell you about a few life habits that will help you stay well. First, exercise your eyes often. Roll them 360 degrees, clockwise and counterclockwise. I just did that. And since your dinner offers a wide selection of dishes, it's important that you make healthy choices for your diet. Try to cut down on sugars and sodium, food additives. Wait, I appreciate your advice, but aren't you going on too much? Huh? Why are you stepping back, Mr. Maeda? Come, you need to know these in order to stay in good shape. I just saw your eyes twinkle. Remember, health comes first. It was a bit scary to see her being so eager to teach me about health, but I felt that she's generally cares for her classmates. I managed to turn down Kanata's persistent offer of more health lessons. After taking a rain check, I partnered with Kanata. She in the back of the hallway? And go backwards. No, Higa's there this time. I already checked the laundry, didn't I? Okay. I try sneakers. I presume no, who doesn't like sneakers? Kanata, what do you do in your spare time? Oh, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Well, something like enjoying a hobby at home or going on a road trip with friends. I am in the hospital for most of the time. If I were to take a day off, I would be reading a medical journal or checking patient records. That's not taking a break at all. Aren't you just working all the time then? Oh, is that so, Mr. Maeda? But I feel most content with myself while studying and taking care of my patients. Wow, you care about your patients a lot. But don't certain temperamental patients rage at doctors for no reason? Sometimes, do you ever get angered by them? You see, temperamental patients are often poor people experiencing the harshest illnesses. They just need someone to vent their frustration to. So I don't get upset by them. I treat and listen to them as my patients, just like other patients. There were occasional dangerous moments, though. After all, the emergency room is usually reserved for those on the brink of death who need immediate treatment. More than that, you meet a variety of people from different backgrounds there. The previous summer, there was an instance of a Yakuza faction war. Gentlemen from rival Yakuza groups were brought into the ER, and attending doctors were almost wrapped up in the middle of a knife fight. Oh man, it must have been a scary moment. With any less luck, the emergency room could have become a sea of blood. Weren't you scared? I was scared, but I am a doctor. I couldn't leave my patients untreated, regardless of who they are. Because the Yakuza gentlemen were moving intensely despite their wounds, they were endangering their lives. Which is why what'd you do? I didn't want to do it, but I resorted to violence. Then I boinked the head of the one boisterous Yakuza gentleman. Everyone else became quiet. It sounded like this. Boink. Ow. Kanata boinked my head, but I didn't feel any real pain. It must have been because of her small, cute hands. Huh. Was that painful, Mr. Maeda? Not at all. Wait a second. That was reckless. What if the Yakuza returned the favor and slapped your cheeks, Kanata? Well, my patients were in genuine danger. Fortunately, they listened to my explanation and complied with my orders without complaining afterwards. I bet that after something like that happened, the Yakuza gangs were probably too dumbfounded to speak. Even so, you shouldn't put yourself in great danger for your patients. Kanata, you're a normal human being like everyone else. If you get hurt, it would be a bigger crisis. Mr. Maeda, are you concerned about me? Thank you very much, but I wanted to fulfill my duty as a doctor. Since everyone was discharged from the hospital without complications, it was all worth it. Kanata has such a kind heart. She's like an angel, but she's so selfless that she forgets to take care of herself. I guess it's a consequence of her selfless and professional nature. After listening more about Katana's hospital stories, I went back to the dormitories. She's really in the open now, isn't she? Yeah, okay. Mr. Maeda, is this for me? Would you be alright with giving this to me? Thank you very much. To be honest, I've always wanted to obtain one of these. Watching your so overjoyed makes me feel delighted as well. Mr. Maeda, do you feel any fatigue from your predicament? I guess I'm a bit tired from the nerves, I suppose. Being locked up in this stressful environment is making me nervous. It is mentally tiring. Yeah, if we can at least go outside and feel the sun once in a while, it would help us feel better. Father, please save me, like you did once. Having to kill other people and be distrustful of my friends, I cannot bear it anymore. Father? Did your father save you in the past, Kanata? Ah, yes, well... Mr. Maeda, is there someone special who comes across your thoughts at times like these? For me, those people are my family members. But I definitely don't have any life savior or someone like that. I see. Kanata, is everything okay? You've been acting strangely today. You see, I suppose it is okay to tell you, Mr. Maeda. As a matter of fact, my father and I are not biologically related. What? Kanata is not biologically related to her father? I haven't heard this before. When I was younger, a big accident happened. It happened when my family was going on a trip. It robbed of my family's lives, and almost my own as well. I was too injured to clearly recall what happened. However, Kanata, it must have been difficult for you. I'm so sorry. Barely breathing, I was transported to a hospital for an emergency surgery. But upon witnessing my grave injuries, every single surgeon refused to take on a challenge that seemingly had little chance of success. That is, all but one. One surgeon who believed that small chance volunteered to operate on me. Thanks to him, my life was saved. That surgeon was... He is now my father. The surgeon sympathized with my loss and decided to adopt me. Very admirable, isn't it? As he was the savior of my life, my admiration for my father's benevolence grew day after day. Eventually, I decided to study medicine under his stead in hopes of becoming a surgeon like him. Just like he didn't give up on me, I became a surgeon who would try her best to save another person. But now, I can't leave this school. If only my father were by my side, I think I would be able to hang on a little longer. It's getting difficult to do so. I can't save everyone from our predicament either. I am of no help for anyone. I'm sorry, I am not worthy of being a doctor. Kanata, you are wrong. You are not of no help at all. Huh? You can definitely become something like your father someday. God forbid someone gets hurt again, but if something like that happens, you'd save others without giving up, right? Kanata, you can be someone who we can depend on. Your considerate thoughts, they can heal us both physically and mentally. As long as you continue trying, I am certain that you can become someone we can depend on when we get nervous, just like who your father is to you. Sorry, was I out of line? Mr. Maeda, can I call for your attention? Why? I hope you think of me when you get nervous. Yuki? What do you... Smiling coyly, Kanato said her goodbyes and ran away quickly. What did she mean it just then? Nevertheless, it was a relief that Kanato looks like she is feeling better than before. Left alone and awkward, I decided to move as well. Yeah, that's not actually her last event. It sort of sounds like a last event, but it is not. Okay, so let's read her thing. Whoops. Items. Whoops. Items. E-handbook. Report card. What's her... Kanata Inori, she's number 1. Kanata is extremely concerned about the health of others and cares for them like her own. It seems that she is very committed to this task. Kanata spent her free time reading medical journals or checking her patients' records. Her top priority is always the patient's well-being, which she will stand up for even against the most demanding of patients. This often puts her safety at risk, however. As a child, Kanata was severely injured by an accident that took away her family. Nearly everyone at the hospital refused to operate on her after seeing her gruesome wounds, but one surgeon did not give up on Kanata. He took on the surgery and ultimately saved her life. The surgeon eventually adopted Kanata as his daughter. Moved by his altruism, she developed deep admiration for her adoptive father and began studying to be a surgeon like him. She dreams of becoming someone's savior, as her father was to her. It seemed like the way Google Translate rendered that was, though, he did surgery after surgery to save you. Like, it took multiple, but... Anyway. Maybe Google Translate was wrong. I don't know.
Danganronpa.
Yamaguchi time. Is he in the gym at first? That's where I would try. Or the trash room. Let's try the gym first. Yep, there he is. Would it be okay for us to just keep investigating like this? Yes. You want to spend time with me? Thanks, but hanging out with a guy like me won't be much fun. I spent time chatting with Kakeru, who wore a somewhat intimidating smile for the whole time. Kakeru and I grew a little closer. Would you like to give Kakeru a present? Yes. Use your present in the equip menu. I don't know why I read that out loud. Let's try the cross. Oh, present? Is this okay for me to get something like this all of a sudden? Thanks, I like it. I really appreciate your present. So it kinda likes it. Hey, Yuki. What's up, Kakeru? Is it fun to hang out with me? It ain't much fun, right? Not at all. You're pretty reliable, and you make other people feel comfortable. But I'm more of an introvert. I lack social skills, so I'm bad at leading conversations. I can't believe that a lawyer is saying that kind of stuff. Can I ask you why you're like this despite being a lawyer? Why am I like this? What do you mean? God, please don't get angry. Sorry, I didn't mean any harm. I'm not getting angry. Oh, phew. Well, to make myself clear, lawyers are supposed to speak for their clients before the court, right? That means you'd regularly have to speak in front of a crowd. I don't get it myself. When a court is in session, my confidence suddenly skyrockets and my expression and speech changes. It feels like I transform into a completely different person. I see, so it only happens in court? I think about it from time to time, about how good it would be if I could speak properly and act confidently in my daily life, just like in court. Your persona in court is just another side of you. I'm sure you can will yourself to act as you wish in daily life as well. Really? I'm not too sure if I can do it. Say, can you try imagining that your daily life is happening inside court? Think of every pedestrian as a jury, every person you speak to as a prosecutor. Haha, that's a nice idea, but won't I become a workaholic from it? Yeah, true. Well, I reckon you need to improve controlling your facial expressions first, before learning to be more colloquial. What, is my facial expression weird again? You're right. That's another problem. Why am I riddled with so many problems? I'm such a useless guy. Belittling yourself will only make things worse. Stop getting hung up over what others are saying and be more confident in yourself. Sorry, Yuki, but thanks to you listening to me, maybe if I keep at it, would you be willing to help me again some other time? A timid personality within a huge body made of muscles. I can't blame him for feeling a bit insecure. However, one thing is for sure, Kakeru is definitely not a bad guy. I patted Kakeru's de-energized back a couple of times with a reassuring smile. After we said our goodbyes, I decided to move. Morning comes quick here. So what should I do for today? Oh. Where is he? Oh, is this when he's in, like, the warehouse? No, not yet. Guess that's where he's the third time. Oh, there you are. Fountain pen. Try that. Okay, that worked. Yuki, what kind of talent do you have again? Did you say talent? Yeah, I'm the super high school level lawyer, right? So Yuki was the ultimate super high school level, Oh, I'm just a super high school level lucky student. I was literally picked by a lottery. It's not really interesting talent, is it? So you became good friends with everyone because of your luck? I don't think so. It looks like a lot of other people depend on you a lot, Yuki. Hey, no way, most of them see me as an ordinary guy. Also, they probably don't have that kind of ability after all. I'm the super high school level lucky student, not the super high school level social guy. Yeah, but you're the pro tag, so everyone leans on you it gives the player an opportunity to do all the things, right? And it's not as if my luck is all that great either. Being trapped in a place like this is unlucky more than anything. That's strange. I was sure the girls treated you in a slightly different way than the others. Weren't you hanging out with Akane before? Yuki and Akane, both of you look close to each other. And there was one time Kizuna called you in the intimate tone as well. What kind of tangent are we heading to? Is Kakeru mistakenly believing that I am busy flirting with girls or something? It's not like that, Kakeru. It's just by chance that I am with Akane often, and Kizuna does that to all the other guys too. Well, speaking of which, are there any girls you're close with, Kakeru? I don't have any close friends here. Never mind girls. I don't think I have any guys I'm close to. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I know that feel, bro. There's no need to. I do envy you a lot, though, Yuki. Envy me about what? I felt so strongly that when we met last time, Yuki, I've been observing you closely ever since you started coming to talk to me. I could see that you are cordial with other guys and that you treat girls kindly. I don't have your courage. Maybe it's thanks to your luck, Yuki? It's not related to luck. I told you already that not everyone is friendly with me. In fact, his luck would make him the opposite. His luck makes him antisocial. Do we call someone like you a master socializer? Stop twisting things, Kakeru, please, it's nothing like that. Since I am a guy as well, I must be the one to initiate conversations with girls, even if it ends up being just one word. No, wait, I should start with guys first. I will make friends using my own strengths. Please, Yuki, I can see it happening as long as you continue hearing my concerns. Oh, Master Socializer, I beg you for a huge favor. It's a huge misunderstanding, Kakeru. He believes I'm this socializing expert, capable of speaking my way into making lifelong friends at breakneck speed. It's a rather heavy expectation, but it doesn't feel too bad, for now anyway. But frankly speaking, I can see his request becoming tiresome more sooner than later. Yet I sympathize with Kakeru a lot. And most of all, I can't refuse a request from someone with such an imposing figure that could easily snap me in two, though I know he never would. Evading Kakeru's stare of admiration, we parted. Oh, whoops. Need to go here. Nope. Still wrong. Hey, Kakeru, I was wondering something. What is it? You're a lawyer, right? What made you decide to build those huge muscles? Most lawyers aren't even super buff or anything, right? When people think of lawyers, they usually imagine a straight-A student who spent all their time studying, you know what I mean? I had personal circumstances. Alright, if it isn't something you want to talk about, I'll drop it. No, it's nothing that serious. You listen to my concerns all the time anyway, so I don't mind if we talk about it. You see, my body isn't a product of exercise. I turned out this way by just growing up. Huh? Ever since I was a kid, I always found myself a head taller than those around me, even though I didn't do anything special. I ate, slept, and lived like a normal kid, too. Frankly, I'm not even sure how my stature and muscular build came to be. So you have a myostatin deficiency? Damn it, it would be great if Hikaru could spare some of his height to me. My short height hurts my soul, honestly. My height was already over 180 centimeters when I was in elementary school. No one believed me that I was a student around their age. I would get strange looks whenever I bought a student pass on the bus or in the cinema. Also, because of my intimidating look, people often mistook me for a gangster. Save for height, there's nothing to envy about Kakaro's predicament. Kakaro certainly has an appearance completely opposite of what a high schooler should look like. That is why I started to avoid people. I started to study because I hated how people treated me so much. I thought that people would be nicer to someone who looks intelligent. Somehow studying would make you look intelligent? I assumed people avoided me because of my gangster-like resemblance. That was how I was driven to study. Then I happened to attend a court session on a field trip. There I witnessed a lawyer asserting himself in an eloquence like no other. The lawyer gave me an abrupt hope that I could one day be just like him. Which is why I began to study to become a lawyer, and surprisingly it became rather easily to me, because it turned out that my oral skills became undefeatable inside the court, as if there were another person within me. That's a relief, at least you can speak well inside the court. However, I expected my social ineptitude to naturally go away once I became a lawyer, but it wasn't the case. Outside the court, I was still an unsociable guy with a body unbecoming of my job, which is why no one believes me that I am a lawyer. Inside the court, it's just as bad. I get too pumped up that people get scared of me and try to run away. Yuki, what should I do to socialize properly with my classmates? Is it possible that I'm just plain hopeless? I'm not sure what I can do to console him. Kakaro is amazing for becoming the super high school level lawyer just to overcome his complex, but his efforts haven't been fruitful. I feel for him a bit. As I patted Kakaro's slumped shoulders, I guided him to his room. And he has more than 3. Yeah. Maybe there'll be a Phoenix Wright reference in this 4th. We'll see. But I better read the cards. Yamaguchi. Kakaro is troubled by his timidity, which he believes to throw people off whenever he attempts a conversation. When he enters the court, however, his personality takes a complete turn as he becomes a different person. Kakaro told me that he has difficulty making friends due to his introverted nature. He must be mistaking me for a master socializer. Kakaro told me that he has difficulty making friends due to his introverted nature again. Others often made fun of his unusually tall height and bulky muscles. He studied to become a lawyer to free himself from such teasing. Okay.
Danganronpa.
There you are. You know, actually, I'm really tired of this, so I'm going to stop recording here. Yeah. And maybe go through, like, pick up on this on another recording. So far, we were managed to get through all of Higa's, Matsuhiro Higa, because he only has 3, right? We also managed to get through all of Kyoka Maki's because she only has 3. And Kinji Yuhara's because he only has 3. Mikako also only has 3. We read one of them on this build already, and 2 of them using Google Translate. I'd like to go back and read all 3 on this build. But she, on some way or other, is a character of which we've read all 3 and read all of, because she also only has 3. Also, and when I went through the original build using Google Translate, I read all of Rei Mikaru's, and Akane's, I believe. Yeah, Akane Taira's. They have way more than... Akane has more than 5, and more than 4, and Rei has more than 3. In fact, she like stiffs you on the second one. So you have to kind of get past that. I like to read those though on this build as well to get like a better translation of them. At least the ones I can get through. But the later ones of Akane and Rei, they'll have to be left for when I did them using Google Translate. Akane's last one is hard to understand too, so I would have liked to be able to use this build to do Akane's last free time event. But at least she has actually 5 in total, so you can't actually get to it on the Chapter 1 demo build. Yeah, I think that's the only ones you've actually finished, where Akane finished, where you, when I read through the original one, was Kinji, Mikako, Akane, and Rei. And this year I also did Higa and Maki. So that's 4 plus 2, which is 6. I tried to get through all Kizuna. I did some Kizuna's on the original, but I didn't make it through the whole thing. She actually has more than 3. And actually, I didn't read the second one on the original for some reason. This is the first time I got to record the second one. Her second one, which is on this right here. Also, I read a bunch of Inori's. Actually, her verse 3, which I saw here, but she has more than 3 as well. So that's some of the time that was wasted on the original build. I did the first one of Kobashikawa's, I did the original build, and I also did, I think, a couple of Otori's. Teruya Otori's, but I didn't make it through all of his as well. I did all of Otori's on the Zephyr build, but I didn't read them, I just clicked through them. As well as I also did Yamaguchi's on the Zephyr build, but I just clicked through them, I didn't actually read them. Same thing, I did some Satsuki, I think. On both builds, but I just read all of them that I did on the Zephyr build. I did not actually... just clicked through them, I didn't actually read them. So, what I have left to do is... Oh, and also, I also ran through Google Translate all of, I managed to finish, Yamato Kisaragi's. Right. So... To summarize, the ones I've done reading are, in some way or other, is... The ones I've done reading in this good translation are Maki, Higa, and Kinji. The ones I've gotten done reading in some way or other are Maki, Higa, Kinji, Mikako, Rei, Akane, and, Kisaragi, where I do have the opportunity to do Mikako's again, and 3 of Akane's and Rei's on this build, for clarification on the early ones. So that's like how many I've done. And then Ayame, I just did the first 3 here, but she has more than 3. Kobashikawa, I've read 1 of his. And that's it, using Google Translate, so I still have his to do. Yamaguchi, I just read 3 of his, but he has more than 3. Inori, I just read 3 of her, and also in the regional build using Google Translate, but she has more. Tomori, I read 3 of hers here, the first and third of which I also read using Google Translate, but she has more. Kinjo, I haven't done any. I haven't read any of his. I clicked through some of his in the Zephyrin build, but I just clicked through them. I didn't actually read any of his, so I have all of Kinjo's to do. Teruya Otori, I read like the first and second of his or whatever, but I still have most of his to do. And then Satsuki, I think I read 1 of hers or something, but I still have most of hers to do. So that's the summary. This clears me up to do Chapter 6 on the original build, because I have confirmed that I don't have to buy the skills for Maki and Higa. So I can scratch them off my list. So I can still make that decision. So I might do that next, or I might continue doing free time events next. Depends. If you watched all that, thank you for watching that. And I'll do one or the other in my next recording.